Okay, welcome back. Thank you for staying. Well, first of all, if anyone here brought something for our potluck, could you raise your hand? Yay. You guys, thank you so much. This is what I love about having our meeting at this time. Now, we used to have it a lot later in the day, and then we'd come home, and it's like the whole day is done, and go home, and you have to make dinner or whatever. And it's like, here we get to share a meal together, and I am all about community, obviously, and I feel like sharing food is just such a wonderful way. So thank you for bringing food to feed all of us so that we don't go hungry, and just bring like excellent choices. So thank you very much. Okay, so I'm kicking this off right away with something that's really exciting to me, and that's some service awards for two very special people in our club who have done amazing things. So the first award that I want to talk about is the Fran Claggett Holland Award. Les, did you want to come up here and join me?
Chrissy, hold the mic just a little bit farther away.
You don't want to hear me screaming at you? Okay. So Les is a big champion of like creating this award, and the first person who received this was Fran Claggett Holland, who, as you all know, is an incredible author, incredible poet, inspirational, has really just shown us what writers helping writers really is. I mean, she is never hesitant to open her home to write to poets, to share what she knows, to speak for us. Did you want to speak on any of this, or you want me just to?
Well, the only thing I want to say is that Fran wishes she could be here with all of you, and she just wasn't feeling that great today. And she has special thank you to Robin. So.
Oh, well, we haven't announced it yet, but surprise, it is our own Robin Gabbard, who we are honoring this year. So come on up. So what the Fran Claggett Holland Award is for poets in our group who have that writers helping writers spirit. And the thing about Robin is, I mean, she is a giver, like absolute giver. Here, come here. I love working with Robin. I mean, she has a heart of gold, a generous spirit. She does the salon every other month at her home, and invites people over. And the salon, if you haven't been to a salon, it's such a great opportunity to, have community with other writers, to share your writing, to just celebrate the fact that you are a writer. And Robin makes that happen. She has been really big on the ekphrastic poetry, has held a workshop on that. She was instrumental in the book of The Smalls by being one of the judges. She is now doing Vision in Verse with Les,
right.
Which is not a little job at all. Ask Roger about that as well. It is a big job, but I mean, do we have that book with us? The first one? Can I just show that real quick? Oh, sorry. I mean, this was the first book, and you can see that's a thickie. So it's beautiful. This year's is going to be even better now that we all kind of know what we're doing and putting it all together. So, Robin, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wow.
And that is her award. Right here, and then you on the other side.
Okay.
Thank you. Did you want to say anything?
I would if it's okay.
So I want to thank everyone in the club, and especially Chrissy and Les, who Les has been one of my mentors, along with Fran, throughout throughout my evolution with this club. When I joined it 5 or 6 years ago, I was sort of a novice poet, and I've grown so much, and I really believe in the Writers Helping Writers mantra, because this club has supported me throughout my growth as a poet, and so I do try to give back some to the club. And if you'll bear with me, I did want to read just a short poem of Fran's to honor her. She couldn't be here today, but I have a short poem of hers. I just hold her so dear in my heart, and it's called Love. Love is not to be learned. Love is not to be learned all at once. It comes over and over a fresh skin every time, the eyes deepening with each suffusion, watching each new face form. Poems are like that. New skins, fresh skins, bearing old loves in wrinkled words and crow's feet around the eyes. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Like, that was so fitting to have Fran here, even though she couldn't be here. So thank you, Robin, for everything you do. Okay, so our next award is the Jack London Award. This is an award that we give out every other year. This is an award that every single branch in the California Writers Club has somebody from their club receive this award. And it's a really special honor. It's somebody who shows great service to our club, our branch, the Redwood Writers, who does a lot for our branch, who shows that Writers Helping Writers spirit. And I am super excited to announce that it's Sean Langwell. So I know this guy just a little bit. Been married to him for a couple of years. And here's the thing about Sean. I'm going to try and kind of stick to my notes, but Sean was an unwilling participant in this club. And I love telling this story because I came here first, and he was like, why is this club taking up so much of your time? Like, why are you going to all of these things? Why are you on the board? Why are you on these committees? Like, when are you going to stop doing this? Because I would like to have my wife back.
Yeah.
And then, lo and behold, Sean's like, this writing thing's kind of fun. I think I'm going to write a book and join Redwood Writers.
Yeah.
So he did join Redwood Writers. He got to see about the club. And I think it was within that first year that you were approached to be vice president of our branch.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was in school. I had taken some time off from volunteering, and so I was being focusing on that with my schoolwork. So suddenly, his time is all tied up with the board, and he's going to all these board meetings.
Yeah.
They asked him to be the chair of the conference in that first year,
Yeah.
which I had been approached before about being vice president, and that was one of the jobs, and I said, no way, Jose. I am not planning that conference. That is the hugest job, no way. And Sean was like, challenge accepted. I am doing this. So he came in, planned a great conference. The very next year he became president of our club. And then the pandemic happened. And the conference was canceled. Our meetings were canceled. We were kind of up in the air of what we were doing. We were at the Flamingo at this point, and the Flamingo decided that they were going to remodel around this time, so we were out of a meeting room, but then their prices went sky high, and we were definitely out. So during all of this time, Sean was able to successfully cancel that conference, which is really hard to do because you have a lot of moving parts that are happening. So he was able to do that. He was able to move us into Zoom. He moved us over here to the Finley. He has since planned 2 conferences that have been successfully run, not canceled for anything. That was in 2022 and 2024. We have another one in 2026, which he is already making notes for. In the midst of all of this stuff that he's doing, first of all, how do you guys like your speakers? So Sean and a team of people are working on speakers, bringing them in here. He brought in Jeff Goins for the conference, who is, if you don't know him, I'm going to be surprised because he is a big name in publishing and writing. He brought in Brian Cohen for one of our big workshops that was one of the most successfully attended of all CWC. He's our PR person. I mean, he's kind of been this jack of all trades, and so when it came time to Jack London Award, while I hate singling out anybody for an award that so many of us are deserving of because it takes many people, I was just so pleased that Sean was the one that the board chose, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you
I don't really want to add anything except that there are a lot of people, as Chrissy alluded to, that make this club work. Your board works tirelessly to make sure that we get the speakers, that we have the room, that we get a potluck coordinated, that we're able to show up not just to learn for our own sake. You know, I started a speakers committee. Carl was very adamant about wanting to get a notable poet. We just heard from one of the best poets in the county, if not the state, in the country today. So thank you, you know. So writers helping writers is what I'm all about, and I'll continue to be all about. Part of our speaking team is lining up speakers for the conference in 2026. So I'm sharing this now because if there's a lot of new members that have shown up in the last 3, 4, 5 months. If you have somebody that you absolutely positively want to speak for a club, come see me, Carl, Jan, or Judy over here. That's how we continue to make this club thrive. This room has been full the last 3 months. I want to keep it full, and I actually want to outgrow this room and go to the bigger room. So that's all I got. Thank you. Thank you to the board and to all of you for trusting me to do what I do, and I'm not going to stop.
Can we get a picture?
Roger? Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Get the award.
No,
Award comes
the
in-
award is given out in October at a ceremonial luncheon for all of the club. So I'll give Sean the award
Yeah, this is like social media.
in October. We're not sure of the venue quite yet. We're still struggling with the right venue. But either Oakland or San Jose probably, because it's the entire state comes.
Oh, boy.
So, but he will get his award, and you know, we have a number of others in this room that have received it, and many more that deserve it. But you will be able to see pictures of that when we have that event. It'll be really nice.
So the last thing too is Les was the other nominee, and I just want to give a public.
Yeah.
She's worked tirelessly far longer for the club and has put together some beautiful poetry books and will continue to do so. She's going to get center stage this month because there's more stuff she's going to talk about later. So thank you, Les.
Do another hug there, boys, girls. Yeah, that's a nice one. Okay.
That's a good one. Yeah. Very
Okay, now we're on to committee board announcements, and I am going to ask my friend Judy, and Judy first, who is going to be up here for a very long time.
Yes, ma'am.
She's got multiple badges on there.
I do.
So we'll start with the newsletter, or start with what
Actually,
you
I was
want
gonna
to
start with Linda.
start what you're going to do.
Okay, hang on a second.
Wait.
Just a second, I gotta get
That's great.
ready. Tomorrow is the first day. Oops. Tomorrow is Easter and Passover. And it's also the day before spring. So you gotta be a busy bunny to do all the things in this club that can benefit you. And one of the things coming up is we have we do have a poetry anthology, but that's not my job. That's Les's job. My job is editor-in-chief of our prose anthology. And tomorrow is the first day you will be able to submit. That will be up and ready for you. But let me tell you a little bit about the theme. is hidden light? Let's look at Moon Dance, Tales of Hidden Light. Moon Shadow isn't just the title. It's an opportunity to reflect, to reveal, and to reimagine. You can submit fiction and memoir to this anthology. If you have a poem, you gotta talk to Les. I'm not taking any. But you might write in a poetic style. The theme is about the beauty in contrast, the light and the shadow, mystery and revelations, grief and grace. Think of moonlight, walking down a path. You're uncertain. There's a little glimmer in the distance. And then something new is revealed. So you're going to be seeing a series of emails, song lists, and there will be some poems to inspire you. But the opening date, as I said, is tomorrow through the end of June, June 30th. You'll be able to submit one story, which I want you to do your best and due diligence and edit it before you submit it. And there'll be a whole list of things for you to think about with this theme, and there will be a workshop, and all of that will be coming out in detail soon. I'm not going to bore you with that right now. So, number one, Moon Shadow is the theme, Tales of Hidden Light. And that one song is not the only song on my playlist. I actually have 3 playlists for you. So that's the first thing. Number 2 is the newsletter. And I think you all got the reminder that, guess what? Y'all passed the deadline for this month, for this next coming issue. Every month, the 15th of the month is when you need to have your articles submitted. And I'm asking for something new. Who in here reads books and does book reviews? Oh, very cool. If you would please write a book review and submit it, that's going to go into the newsletter. And I want to encourage you not only to review books that are out in the world, but maybe you read a member's book. And you can inspire us to read it and tell us what you got out of it. Why did you love it? What was so delicious and juicy as you went through that book? And every month we're going to feature a new book review in the newsletter. So I'm very happy to encourage you to do that. Now, all you ever have to do is go right on the website and go under newsletter, and you'll see there is a tab that will take you to the form to fill out. And please, if you are giving your submissions, if you've got an event, you've got an award, any of those good pieces of news, please include your name, not just your email, but in the blurb itself, in that little phrase, you want to include your name and contact information. Don't make people guess. And you also have the option to attach more information. You could have a flyer, you could have a full PDF with lots of information, but we only want 50 words for those blurbs. The only exception is, of course, the book review. So please consider and get those announcements in early. And if you have a paid event, you can do that too. All the information is right on the website to help you with that. Now the third thing, I need some folks to come up here. Where's my team for author launch? Woohoo! Now I do apologize on one factor. I was suffering with a really horrendous migraine. So I had intended to get the announcement out sooner, but it did go out. And we have 18 confirmed authors and 2 alternates. But as you might know, every year something happens. So those 18 confirmed readers and the 2 alternates are the only ones who can sell their books at author launch, which is our next meeting on May 17th.
Big room, not this room.
Yes. And I'm gonna turn it over to my friends.
Okay. So yes, that'll be our regular meeting next month, and we have the big room, which is right around the corner, which has all the space. It'll be very exciting. And we'll probably put up signs or something, because I'm sure someone's gonna forget and come here and be very confused next month. But it's going to be very exciting, because we'll have a lovely lineup of cool people with their books, and they get to read short bits of it, and then they'll have little selling tables, and we get to hear some very exciting stuff. And if any of you are here today, you wanna meet with us afterwards, we can talk over things, we'll see if they can unlock the door, and we can go look at the stage and stare at it a bit.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's meeting in there today, so.
Cool. So theoretically, we can do that. We just gotta get the door unlocked. And yeah, we're gonna do a Zoom workshop with everybody, get some, talking about public speaking and good tips and things like that. We're gonna do a little prize giveaway for the person with the best table display when they're selling their books at the tables. And that's a fun, useful thing for a writing career, to get practice in public speaking and selling books. And yeah, it's all very exciting. Anything else?
And I need 5 volunteers. I need 2 greeters at the door to welcome everyone as they come.
Thank you.
There's 1. I
We
need
have one right
2. Great, come to me afterwards so I can get your name. I need 2 people to help with the food, to keep it nice and clean and organized, and make sure that that it is not being torn apart.
Are we
and that
doing
have
potluck style again?
We're doing potluck.
The potluck
Yes,
plus.
yes, potluck, yes, plus we will be bringing cake. There will be cake.
Oh, of course there's gonna be cake.
Wouldn't be a party with
no cake.
And sandwiches, small sandwiches.
I can be the coffee guy again if you need coffee. I need
I would love to have coffee. Okay,
So volunteers come up after.
Doesn't this start an hour earlier?
It does.
starts at 10,
Yeah.
goes from 10
Well,
to
officially
2.
at 10:30, right, is when the start time.
With,
So we're getting everybody.
Please show
Right.
up early,
Yes.
so we can start on time at 10:30.
yes,
Yes.
there will be seats available. We've got this big room.
Does it start at 10 or 10:30?
It
The-
starts officially at
The
10:30.
program starts at 10:30.
Just make sure
And-
you're there.
Yeah, and Judy has made a commitment that at 10:30 the door is locked.
What?
Well, you've all been to concerts at the Green Center and other places. Well, we don't want an interruption when you are up there speaking. So if you have friends and family coming, tell them to get themselves here early. And those of you who are authors, you are gonna be ready at the door, because you've got about 15 minutes to set up your display table. We're gonna go over all of that information in our workshop, but in the meantime, on Monday, those authors who are confirmed, you're going to be getting an email with some of the logistics, and I've got a checklist prepared. The 3 of us came up with some tips for you, and there'll be a diagram of the room, and we're going to have you set up in order of your reading. So there's going to be minimal confusion, but just know this, we want you all to fill up the room. That's
Bring
a
your
big
friends.
auditorium.
Free admission.
Yes.
It's free, it's
Yeah,
free to
so
the
bring
public.
everybody, bring your neighbors.
Yes, and you can download flyers, you can share the invitation, and I encourage you to do so. But it is going to be a lot of fun. But we really do have to stay on time so that everybody gets an opportunity. We'll have a break in the middle so that we can have a bite to eat, and book sales, and of course, book sales after the event. And I will show you at the workshop, I have a great roll-up banner that I just did for one of our newer members who's gonna be in France at the time, so that's why he's not gonna be reading from his book. But I'll show you what that banner looks like, and it's a simple and easy thing to get done, and it's something you want to have as an author, so that when you go and you're selling your books at events like this, at craft fairs, at book fairs, you look like the professional that you are. Thank you.
Thank you. These three have been working really hard behind the scenes. Real quick, if you are an author who is reading at Author Launch, can you raise your hand right now? Look around. So this is 18 people that will be there, and this is a big portion of the people. So I'm going to read off real quick who's going to be there. It's going to be Kristana Arp, Jesse, I'm going to butcher it, Billiou, Jesse Billiou, Abby Bogomolny, there we are. I have Susan Church Downer, Diana Morgan Dean, Colleen Dolan, Laura McHale Holland, Carol Jacobson, I saw you, there you are. Taylor Metzler, Lori Pappas, right there. I have Sarah Paris, Elaine Rock, Rebecca Rosenberg, Alicia Schuler-Hug, Jenna Scott, Tommy Whitener, Mary Ellen Witten, and Jean Wong. So that's quite a lineup. I'm sure you recognize some of those names, and we have a couple of new members who are going to be taking part in it, which is really exciting. I just want to thank the chairs who have been just doing. I mean, it's been a constant stream. They're all calm while they're up here, but let me tell you, behind the scenes, it's a lot of work to put on this. So thank you guys so much for everything that you're doing. Next we have. Actually, let's come up and let's. Is Les still here, or did she take off? Okay, so I know the poetry people are probably like, what about our anthology? I want to be able to do this. So we have pushed that out to June 30th to July 30th. We have everything in place, but we're pushing out because we want to make sure we have author launch, we have the prose anthology, we have vision and verse. That's a lot of things all at once, and we really would like the poetry anthology to be able to stand on its own and be able to focus on that. So look for that in June. It is coming, I promise you. The next thing I want to talk about is vision and verse. Did you want to talk about that at all, or do you want me just to do a quick little blurb about that? Okay, so calwriters.org is where you're going to find how to enter our next Vision and Verse 2, which is our ekphrastic poetry book. Does anyone here not know what ekphrastic means? Okay, so this is where you take a piece, or you see a painting, a photo, and you write something like a short piece of prose, or it's usually with poetry, but we're doing it short prose or poetry paired with that piece of art. So we already held a contest within our membership for the artists within our membership to submit a photo or piece of art. And the winners have already been picked for that. So now all of those winners are at calwriters.org, and you get to now, as a writer, go through, find the piece of art that calls to you. How many submissions can people?
I believe it's 3.
Okay, so you can choose up to 3 photos or 3 images to write to and submit that for a chance to be a part of the second version of this book.
Wow.
So go look at that. It's calwriters.org. The deadline is May 15th, so you have some time, but time passes quickly, and I know you writers, I see you guys walk in here late. Don't submit late. Yeah.
Let me just say that if you've tried to submit early, we had some problems. There are a couple that have in this room. We had some problems. We believe they're solved in terms of paying. There was no problem submitting, but there was a problem with paying, and it's a PayPal issue. But if you're not experienced with it, when you use PayPal, it'll say you want to use PayPal or a credit card. And you'll say, yeah, and then it takes you a PayPal screen, but on it also says, try a different way. And that's where you can do your own credit card. So you don't have to use PayPal, that hangs people up. But it starts because it's their system that's offering you the options. if you have any problems, email me that you're having a problem. We think we've solved it, but the trouble is 3 of us, including Les and myself, tested the system and all of it worked differently for each of us. So it's just one of those ironic or whatever that, because, you know, once you try and fail, you say, I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
We really want you to do it. This club represents the largest portion in the first book. We have more authors in this room in that book than any other branch of the 21 branches.
Wow.
So we really wanna see you. Last year, we had well over 100, I think we had 200 submissions.
Wow.
For poetry and prose, and 120 art submissions. So it's a very good deal for the whole club, but we want to see you guys be the strongest representatives personally in this new book. And so I'd encourage you, really think, after listening to them today, think about what that art means to you, what story it tells you. This is a very different, eclectic set of art. And you'd be surprised at some of the choices because you're kind of like, why is that? Well, because there's a story in it. Does that make sense? So you just want to really spend some time, hammer it down, work on it, because you are competing. You might not know it. I mean, we have 2,000 members in the club. 40% of them are poets. 85% are published authors in the club.
Yeah.
So you are competing with not amateurs, including poet laureates across the state. So work hard on it, ask others to read it, and please submit.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna try and
Can I
rush
just add
through these.
really
Yeah,
quickly?
Adrian.
Even when you pay with a credit card, it'll say PayPal and on the
Yeah.
receipt. So don't get confused by that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but the thing is, it's trying to take you to your, if you have a PayPal account, it tries to take you to it.
Yeah.
If you don't have one open, then what it says is, let me send you a code. Well, people go, well, you know, kind of, they blow up over it. You just gotta find the button that says, try another way.
Okay, we're gonna try and rush through the rest of these announcements because I know I'm antsy to get home. So, all right. So Salon, Robin, did you want to come up and talk about Salon, or you want me just to tell everybody what the dates are? Do you have room for anybody coming to Salon this month?
I'll come up.
Okay. While she's coming up, I have it on good authority that Robin has a beautiful voice, and if she is encouraged, she may sing for you at the next salon, which is a reason to come to the salon. Take it away.
You'll pay for this, John. Okay, salon is next Saturday. It'll be at my house, 1 to 3 p.m. We do have quite a few people signed up already, but there's always people who cancel. So please go on the website, redwoodwriters.org/salon, and sign up if you're interested in coming. You can come read for 5 minutes from poetry, prose, memoir, whatever you write. And it's always a really nice group of people who listen, and we don't give critical feedback, but we support you, and we have goodies, we have food and drinks, and if you'd like to bring something to contribute, that would be most welcome. But it's always a lot of fun, so please join us if you can. It'll, I know a number of you have already signed up to come, so come join us. Thanks.
Thank you. And then for those of you who also like to attend the circle, the next one is on May 24th. That's the fourth Saturday at 10:30 at Linda's lovely home. Next announcement. Has anyone been listening to The Crush?
Yes.
Oh, that is so good.
So on Tuesday mornings at 8:45, Mindy in the morning, or Mornings with Mindy, she has a featured Redwood Writers author speak with her about her book, or about their book. So I was on one week, then Rebecca Rosenberg, Carol Jacobson was the last one. We have Linda McCabe coming up this next Tuesday, and then Pamela Heck is the following Tuesday. If you miss it, I know that that's also, some of us work during that time. They have the recordings at krsh.com, and you can listen to it. And it's a short little clip, and it's been fascinating. Like, everyone who's been on there has just been so great. So encourage you to check that out. The last announcement that I have, Coffee with the Prez. Yeah, I'm bringing it back now that the weather is looking nice. And that actually, and I haven't even announced it. You guys are the first ones to hear about it. I announced it at the last meeting. But April 27th, that's next Sunday, 10 a.m. at Pillow Fight Coffee in Kenwood. This is, Pillow Fight Coffee, by the way, is my favorite coffee shop right now. I am so obsessed with this place. They have great food, great coffee, and they're in Kenwood. And Kenwood is like our hidden gem of, all the cities are great. Cloverdale is great, Petaluma is great, Santa Rosa. But Kenwood is just this hidden gem that has so many great things going for it, and this is one of them. So if you'd like to come hang out with other writers, come. It's totally casual. Just show up at 10 a.m. at Pillow Fight Coffee. I'm going to put it in Slack too, so you can know that.
The day again, please.
April 27th. That is a Sunday, just down the street from you.
And the time?
And that's going to be at 10 a.m.
How long do you stay there?
Like 2 hours, 10 a.m. to noon, and I'm going to be outside. So come hang out. Do I need to announce anything about the slate? I forgot what our conversation was. Can I wait until May?
Yeah, I think you can, because you're not announcing the slate.
I'm not announcing the slate because I dropped the ball on all of that. So next month, next month will be fun. We're going to have a lot going on, but the business portion of our meeting is going to be super tight because we have our author lunch. Do we have any member announcements? Okay.
Hi, I'm Elaine Brock, and I'm the author of Dusty Roads, Meet the Hidden Figure Who Really Ignited the Women's Movement. I'm going to be giving a speech at Cloverdale Performing Arts Center Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. And tickets are available at the Cloverdale History Museum. So check it out.
Is that this Tuesday?
This Tuesday
it's coming
at
up.
7 p.m. Right. I also wanted to mention that the artistic director at the Performing Arts Center is offering an opportunity to Redwood writers to be able to give him a call, and if you're interested in performing comedy or anything else that you might have written, you do have an opportunity. They're having open mic series, as well as they're suggesting that if you're a playwright, submit your play. And they are taking plays from other people that have never had a play produced before. So I wanted to announce that. Plus, when I mentioned this to Chrissy and Roger today, I think that what would make sense, big sense, would be to have a whole Redwood Writers Performing Arts Center event at some point. So I will help work on that.
I love people who step up with ideas and then also how to make them happen, because that's my favorite kind of volunteer.
I'll be brief, I'll try to be brilliant, and then I'll be gone because I've got another event that I have to be at 2 o'clock. But I am still Sean Langwell. I'm an author, a marketing mentor, and a confidence coach. And part of my journey has been constant reiteration of works that I've done and things that I've done to lead my life, to practice these different principles and all the things that I do. My latest iteration is a book that this woman over here designed a beautiful cover called Morning Motivation. The subtitle is Practical Wisdom to Break Free from Self-Doubt and Start Living an Extraordinary Life. This is, in a nutshell, the last 40 years of my life condensed into a workbook that is approachable for anybody who loves these kinds of things. So I have some copies back there if you want to get one. They're available now or on Amazon or Copperfields or anywhere books are sold. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other member announcements?
Thanks, Chrissy. And all the excitement, I forgot that I did have one other announcement, which is this week I learned that my new manuscript, a full-length book of poetry called Somehow let me see if I can remember the name of the book. Somehow I Haven't Drowned is going to be published by Blue Light Press, a small press in the San Francisco Bay Area. So I'm very excited about that. I just want to share the news. Thank you very much.
Anita?
Thank you. So my name is Anita, and I wanted to share my little bit of news is that for the Ekphrastic poetry book, there was a call for artwork. I was told that 161 pieces of art were submitted.
Wow.
My photograph was accepted and got second place. So, thank you.
I'm so sorry. I should have even asked if there was anyone, because I don't know who entered, who won. So that is amazing. Thank you. Did anyone else enter in that? Wow. Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, Pam's in it, aren't you, Pam?
Yeah. Wow. And Judy?
Judy.
And, and Becky. And who else was, and Rod, I think?
Well, I mean, Becky is the cover. You are the back page.
Whoa.
So the first is the cover
Dude, look
usually,
at Redwood
and the
Riders.
second is usually the back cover. And you'll be in the book, of course. The rest of you guys will be in the book.
That's great. Keep on writing.
I just wanted to make sure for membership, we have a membership renewal coming up in June to start the year again. So look for a reminder from me. Is there new members in here? Brand new members? Anyone? Okay. Well, when you say guests, raise your hand again, will you? When the guests join, you can get one of these little lovely books to write your notes on. This is our new book handout for our members that we just got. Yeah, I do too. And then I'm going to say personally, I said this before, but since it's Poetry Month, my newest book is a poetry book. So it's a little book if you're interested. And I do have another one coming out, but I'll announce it next month.
Thank you. Lori?
So I just want to share my excitement. As maybe some of you know, the Eric Hoffer Award is kind of a big deal. And my book is finalist in 3 areas. And so I'm really excited about it. One of them is the cover, which I think my publisher just did a phenomenal job with. One of them is I'm actually up for the debut author of the year. And the third one is that I actually am still in the running for the grand prize. And the grand prize is $5,000. So, you can send the prayers up.
Amazing. Any other announcements? You are dismissed. Thank you. We'll see all of you May 17th in that room over there. Be there by 10:30 at the very latest, or you will be locked out.